Hello there, my name is Di Xie, and welcome back to Golfing Tutorials. In this video, we're going to explain the basic concept of golf, where I am right now on the golf course, and what these are, your golf clubs.
Let's go over the basic concept of golf. If I may draw you right here, as the jolly golfer that you are, you're standing with a golf club in your hand, right next to a golf ball. Now you're outdoors, so you're likely to be wearing a hat. And over here, a distance away, is the golf hole, which is usually denoted by a flag and is simply a hole in the soil. Now what you want to do is to hit your ball into the hole with your golf club. But sometimes you could miss and hit over here or way over there. But in these cases, your ball isn't inside the hole yet. So you're going to have to hit it again from your resulting position in order to get inside the hole. Now each hit is properly defined within the rules of golf as a stroke. I'll have the definition on the screen for you now, but you can simply understand it as an attempt to hit the golf ball. Well, the object of golf is to get your ball into the hole in as few strokes as possible. You see, this can be quite straightforward, such as when the hole is right in front of you, but when you're playing this game in the real world, it's often quite difficult, because the hole is either really far away from your golf ball, or you have various obstacles, such as trees, which will obviously block your line from your ball to the hole. Or you could have lots of different hazards, such as ponds. If your ball goes into a pond, you can't hit it out of there, can you? So it often gets quite complicated and challenging, because not only do you have to be accurate with your shots, you have to be able to find a smart way to maneuver around the golf course, which is the setting where all of this goes on, in order to get your ball into the hole in as few strokes as possible. Now, before we get on to what the golf course is, I just want to show you quickly about your golf club. I have a picture for you right here. This is an example of a golf club. It's an iron club, but we'll go into the different types in a later video. I just want to show you that it's a stick made of metal with a mass on the end called a head that gives you enough momentum to hit your golf ball sufficiently far. And on this head, it has a face. So when you hit your golf ball, it'll direct your ball into the direction in which you want to hit. Now, moving on to the golf course. This is a simple diagram that I've drawn for you, and I'll show you all the components in text on the screen as I go over them. This is your tee box. It is a square of grass from which you tee your golf ball, which means just put your ball on the ground to take your first shot. And your hole, way over here where your red flag is your objective. It's where you want your ball to get. Now you're going to hit it over there successively, because the hole is pretty far away. So in between, you're going to take a path called the fairway, which is closely mown grass, and it's very friendly terrain, and it's a place where it's easy to hit your golf ball where you want it to go. You have some hazards between you and the hole as well. Here you have a pond, or a water hazard, and on this side there's a sand trap, or a bunker. Of course, I'm not sure if you can imagine this, but it's much harder to hit your ball properly when it's in a pond or when it's underneath sand than if it's sitting normally in grass, such as on the fairway. And if you'll notice, around the hole, there is a circle that I've not shaded, and that is called the green. It is grass that's more closely mown and involves a different type of stroke to hit your ball into the hole. I'll explain what that is at a later date. Well, this is simply a diagram, but a golf course looks more like this in real life. And I'll just point out some of the features really quickly. You can see the red flag where the hole is. You can see the fairway, which is the long strip of closely mown turf going down away from the camera, and you can even see the water hazard on your left side, where there's a stream winding through the fairway. Now, a golf course isn't simply just this one example though, because once you get into the hole, you aren't quite finished. You have 18 examples of this hole. A hole just means the part of the course that involves hitting it from the tee box into a hole. There are 18 of these in a golf course.
Hopefully, this has been a basic introduction to the concept of golf. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the box below. I'll see you in the next video, where we go into more detail about your gear.